Welcome to Sports Communications, Topic 3. This is 3F Risk Management Part 1, where we talk about defining crises. This idea of keeping your head can be very difficult in a crisis. Kipling said, if you can keep your head when all around you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, you're doing quite well. That's from a poem called If. Fink said, it's a lovely statement, identifying and isolating a crisis without managing it is as effective as trying to halt a swan dive into shark-infested waters when 2/3 of the way through it. It's only a matter of time before you and the water meet head-on. And Thomas A. Kempis said, whenever you do a thing, act as if all the world were watching. And that's a very, very wise thing to say. Think about hitting the headlines that a star player is cited for drink driving after killing 2 people in a traffic accident. Imagine what that would do for an organisation. A plane crashes, killing everyone on board, including all the warriors who were actually on the plane. Bit of a dumb move, as it happens with the New Zealand government. The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister are never allowed to travel on the same flight together, and they split up all the other ministers as well. In a fit of rage, a coach grabs a player by the throat and it's caught on video. That's actually happened in the National Basketball League in the US. Terrorist seize a bus transporting a team. If you think back to the 1972 Olympic Games in Munich, there were terrorists protesting about Israel, and people were killed. After being outed, a player admits that he's actually gay instead of actually having gone with it from the get-go. Made in New Zealand uniforms for the Olympic team are actually made in China. Funnily enough, that's happened. A referee is arrested for allegedly taking bribes. Well, that's happened, as has the representative for the South Pacific been charged with corruption, I think, for bribes in the vote for the Soccer World Cup. High-ranking official commits suicide, and these all have happened. Imagine what would happen if these things happened to your club, your sport, how you would deal with them. There are different types of crises. There's the physical plant crisis, which is effectively your stadium. So you need escape plans, security, blackouts, how you deal with threats. You need plans in place to deal with that. Then there's the on-field crisis, which could be a game injury or an injury of a fan even, unruly behaviour, and equally collapsing of a stand or something like that. If you think about the soccer issue, I can't remember which particular stand it was in the UK when it collapsed under the weight of the fans when they were watching a game. Now that's a combination of a physical plant crisis and an on-field crisis. A family crisis where there is a crime committed or there are family issues for athletes, a divorce, a messy divorce, coaches or executives where somebody's actually cited for an affair, which has happened very recently in the media. A corporate or internal crisis where you've got financial shortfalls, where teams or entities are being sold, where you've got sponsors leaving, where there are hirings or firings, changes in reporting structure, anything like that. Or where you've got a player personnel crisis where you're trading the hometown star and then you're dealing with the fallout. In some ways, the Browns leaving and going to Baltimore was a player personnel crisis as well.